Welcome to my channel, guys, and welcome to a Tuesdays in the Attic. Today is Tuesday. It's also day, 7 of 31 days of Cutfiles. So I've got the Cutfile on here. You can't see it, really, but it's designed by the amazing Janet Fritz. I'm going to do some ink blending on this lovely Cutfile, and I've got this photo, and I've got another one of him that I didn't have printed originally that I'm going to print as well, that I want to scrapbook today, and I'm going to use my How to Kill a Kit style. So I will be back with some ink, another photo printed, my kit, and let's get started. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've ink blended some walnut stain where I've got my coffee pouring out of this lovely French press, and then along the edge of where my coffee is. And then I was gonna ink blend around my Cutfile with other things, but I decided to get the really deep color I want. I have like the mini distressed inks, and I used pumice stone on the actual French press, and then I used peeled paint around my cup. I've started assembling my page. So far, none of this seems to match. So we'll see what happens when I start backing the Cutfile. But this is dried enough now that I think I can back it. So I'm going to go ahead and back the coffee part actually with this, which is going to be very light for coffee, but it's going to work. And then I've got some plans for the cup and the parts of the French press. So let me get to backing. And let's not forget, this is also a Tuesdays in the Attic with Jen using Freaky Fast formulas from the scrap room. So I've got that started as well. So I've got my two photos. We needed a 3x4, 4x6. This is a 6x6. This is a 1x12. This is the 4x11, and the 1x8. And then I grabbed, this is, is it something groovy kit? I can't remember the name of it, but it's the first Mercy Tiara kit, and that is my How to Kill a Kit with style. So I've got this piece of paper. I don't have any of the branding strips. I already cut them off, and I cut down a piece of white cardstock to go in the middle. I wanted to bring some brightness to around the edge. This is kind of what I have picked out. We'll see after I back the Cutfile and get it laid over here if it works or not. I'm still debating. So let me get the Cutfile backed. I'm going to mat this photo on here and mat this photo on here. And depending on how the Cutfile works with my photos, that might change a little, but I know for sure I want this one on here. So I'm going to mat those. I'm not going to glue anything else down just in case it needs a change. I'm going to back my Cutfile, and then I'll show you what we've got. All right, I have my little French press backed, and I have to laugh because classic me, no, I'm behind. This is not going up on the correct day anyway, but I'm also not doing the Cutfile that was for Tuesday that I am doing Tuesdays in the Attic with. This was actually Monday's Cutfile, so day 7, but you know what? It's to the point where it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go with it. I thought my tissue paper was too light here, so what I've done, and I kind of made a mistake, I shouldn't have added, I have some old Tattered Angels. This is almost black, and then I have this other one that is called Cork. So I spritzed my tissue paper where my coffee is just now. I did add the almost black. I kind of wish I wouldn't, but it kind of looks like it's mixing. So I'm going to let that dry, obviously, before I add it to the page because it's only tissue paper. It already tore once. Looks like it might have tore again. And I can just get some tissue paper and put it behind it, which is nice. But I was hoping I didn't have to do that. But that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do a little repair here. And literally, I just glue and then do this. And now this glued to the back. And you'd never know. And it's just going to strengthen it a little bit. But that's to add a little darkness to my coffee, because my coffee in real life is not that light as that tissue paper. You know, I thought it was going to look darker. But I really like the way my little French press turned out. So I'm going to set that. Let me move some of this stuff. And I will set that aside. I do plan on also doing, I plan on doing all of them, but obviously it's me, so am I going to get them all done in time? No. I do plan on doing actual Tuesday one, I have a photo picked out and everything. So I matted. Just trying to line it up to see how I want to do this. Because I want to be able to see that floral. And I was thinking what might end up happening. Oh my gosh, papers, just chill and line up, please. Anyway, I think what it might end up happening is we might be doing one of these. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And then I'll put this like there or something, or put this under here like I originally thought and have it bannering out. That might be what happens. Or I can cut it in half and have it be a strip of paper up top and a strip of paper down below. Or just like that. That could be it. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. And I just gotta figure out a title. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue some of this stuff down while this dries, and I'm probably leaving brown marks. Oh, I didn't. Good. We're gonna glue this down while this stuff dries. Well, this thing dries, and go find a title. So, be right back. Okay, so what I did was after I laid the white paper down, I did some spritzing with that cork spritz, and then I decided, wait, I have the perfect stencil for this. So I have this Coffee Rings stencil from Dusty Attic. It's one of my favorites. They have a few stencils that are my favorite. The textures turn out really, really good. But I hadn't even used it yet. So I was like, this is perfect. So I added a little bit of Coffee Rings to a few spots. I glued everything down. I popped up the cup and then just the top of this photo so it comes off a little bit. Yep, used my little blending brush. And then I decided, so one thing my son, the journaling says something about, we tried to start him at a young age at learning how to make his coffee, trying to get something out of all the parenting and the late nights and the early mornings and whatever. And it was a tradition that my husband, when he wasn't at work, if he was going to be home, after I would feed him when he was a baby, I would go back to bed, especially on the weekends, or even during the week, because it would be like a 4 a.m. feeding. He would let me go back to bed, and he would go have coffee time with James. So it's always been a thing that we have coffee time with James. It's not so much anymore, and that kind of makes me sad. But so one thing we taught him, because he'd start reaching, was hot coffee, hot coffee. So around this, before this age, but around this age a lot, he would be like, hot coffee, hot coffee, hot coffee. And he got a kitchen for Christmas. Was it this year? I think it was this year. And he'd even hot, constantly hot coffee, hot coffee, hot coffee. Because he got a coffee maker and everything with it. So he was really into making food and doing a kitchen. So I thought hot coffee, hot coffee, hot coffee was the perfect title. So I did it in just 3 different fonts. I didn't want it, there wasn't a good place in my mind to have it, maybe up there to have it 3 words, but it seemed off there because everything seems to be here. So I did it in 3 different fonts to, really give some character over there. And I did, the tile one is from Simple Stories Color Vibe. The white one is L Studio Jane Alphas, and then their Puffy Alphas is the turquoise, which is the perfect turquoise teal for that. So did that, like I said, pop that up, put this label that I actually cut for a video stamped for a video you saw yesterday, maybe, I don't remember what day I posted it, 2 days ago, I don't know when I'm getting this posted, and I just kind of documented that. I grabbed some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio. This one says, I run on coffee, sarcasm, and snuggles. So I was going to shove that right there. I do have these other ones too, but I don't know if they'll make it on. But I have them out. in case they do, I was going to write the date really quick. Sometimes I just write it somewhere. I don't really care where it goes, honestly. I just want it on the page. Because guess who doesn't put their papers in their albums right away? This girl. Because do I scrap chronologically? No. I don't scrapbook chronologically, but I store them chronologically. So I'm trying to work on like my 2014 albums, but sometimes like something screams like I have photos for this and I gotta use it. So I was gonna look through the embellishments of my kit. I think we'll use these blue. It's a very travel themed, because it's a lot of, let's see. It's a lot of Jen Hatfield, Flower Child, and just other things, so there's not a lot. So I think we'll just do some enamel dots. And then, can I... maybe add that one there? Does that look dumb? Wait, we need something up here. This label. Love this view. Color. This is perfect. It's kind of awkward, but I like it. All right, there we go. We've done it. It's done. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.